Okay, so in case if you are not able to see me or hear me, just let me know. Okay, so this is after some time we are again connecting through Zoom. For last few weeks, I was traveling here and there, and then I was experimenting with another tool. Uh, so StreamYard. Again, we will still have StreamYard sessions, but this one I thought I will do it on Zoom so that you can also come live and then ask me questions here. Without any and I can get it without any delay. Even StreamYard, you can type questions. You can type questions or comments in Facebook, and it will eventually come to me on the screen. But with Zoom, it will be faster. But if you type in Facebook, I may not see it real time. But if you actually come to Zoom, then it is more real time. So both has its own advantages and disadvantages. Again, another difference is that Zoom. With Zoom, I can only stream to one group, whereas with StreamYard, I can zoom to many groups at one time. Some of you might have actually came here to ask me questions about the new job loss insurance program. So that is not just for people who have lost jobs. This is actually prevention is better than cure. It is for everybody, and it has got very good feedback from LinkedIn also. And towards the end, we will definitely speak about it in depth. What is DevOps? Actually, the mentoring sessions are not using a Zoom webinar, so you can actually speak out. So here in the end for the Q&A, I'll definitely allow all of you to talk. Until then, you can chat your answers, type your answers. Okay, so nobody know what is DevOps. How many of you are from a administration background, and how many of you are from a development background? So in another way, if you are completely new to Azure, you can say how many of you want to go in administrative track, and how many of you want to go in a development track. People who are from development background, or people who are actually wanting to be developers in future, will definitely know about source code management. And the most popular one that is available now is, okay, yeah, it is Git. And so can somebody tell how Git is related to Microsoft or GitHub, one of the companies that hosts Git, is related to Microsoft? Yeah, so now they are owned by Microsoft, and then some people even fear these days that Azure DevOps will completely go and it will be only GitHub, because Microsoft is doing a lot of things. They are making GitHub similar to Azure DevOps, and licensing model is changing. You can now create organizations, and you can have paid plans. So there are many things, and again, many things are still free for public repos, but private repos there will be some restrictions. Okay, so GitHub is important for Microsoft. So now the question is GitHub important for administrators, or is it only important for developers? Because developers should have definitely heard about GitHub. It is from whoever who have answered. It looks like you feel it is important for both administrators and developers. Okay, now comes the important question. Okay, so how many of you here do not know what is source code management and what is GitHub? Okay, before Microsoft, okay, one more question. Before Microsoft even owned GitHub, okay, GitHub is very, or even GitHub become popular. So Microsoft has or had and still has one more source code management system. Can somebody tell the name? TFS. So what is the difference between these two? So GitHub and this TFS. Okay, by now you might have understood what is the topic for today. It is nothing but source code management. Not just GitHub. We will get to understand what these source code management tools are and what are the different categories, how we use them. Okay, so can somebody tell the difference between these two? Okay, for this question, I'll allow you to. If you raise hand, I'll allow you to speak. Okay, so there is a answer. TFS is more tied to VS Code. Okay, so when you consider source code management tools, okay, so yeah, TFS is more tied to VS Code. JIT is more generic. We can manage everything. Okay, so when you consider source code management tools, it is not so it is not classified based on its proximity or connection with any particular tool or process, but mostly it can be classified into two generic categories. If you don't mind, I'll just use my tab so that you can see something. Okay, and one other important reason why source code management is important for administrators as well as developers is because it has a good weightage even in your AZ 400 examination. So source code management tools, if we consider, so there are two kinds of source code management tools. So one is centralized and one is distributed. Where does the TFS fits and where does JIT fit? TFS, SVN. SVN is a very popular source code management system. So JIT, Mercurial, etc. So SVN, TFS, etc., etc., etc. So there are many centralized distributed management tools and distributed source code management tools. So what are the difference between these two? So before understanding the difference, so let us quickly understand some of the terms. Okay, some of the most important terms. You have repository, and from that repository you can create branches. Okay, and then you can then check out. So this is the traditional way. You have a repository, and inside that you have a main branch. Okay, main branch. From that main branch you can create branches, and from that branches you can check out code to your local. You do your changes, you check in that code to your branch, and then it is merged to the main branch. So there will be a different there will be slightly different approaches in between, like code reviews, pull requests, and all those things. So this was the traditional way of doing things. So then when JIT came, so this repo and this main branch and these branches all were in server, and you just check out and check in either a branch, so either one of the development branches or the main branch. So everywhere you do only two things: check in, check out, check in. Okay, so this was how things were happening. And when JIT came, or this distributed source code management came, so here you actually have a copy of this repository in your local machine. Okay, imagine that we have 4 developers. You have main branch. So all these developers ABCD will have a copy of the repository, and from that copy, what you can do, you can create a branch, you can do all the things that you would do on the main branch. So this is actually a copy or a clone. Okay, in JIT or GitHub, so in JIT we actually do a clone operation. So every system will have a clone, and we can do all the operation without actually going back to the server. And there are many ways to keep this clone in sync with the server. Okay, and so there are also different approaches. And how many of you have heard about GitHub flow and JIT flow? Can you say yes or no? Yeah, this is also kind of this knowledge is also kind of needed for the AZ 400 exam, but will not go into much deep here. Okay, so don't worry. So you still have a lot of time to learn all those things, but to at least you should understand. So there is a centralized and distributed. Okay, both has its advantages and disadvantages. So here in distributed, every machine has this repo. So instead of this checkout and check-in, in distributed, you actually clone. Okay, you have JIT, you clone your JIT to your local, and then you can create branches. You can make those branches in sync with server and all. And then so you have some important terms like pull means you actually pull data from server. Push means you push it to server. You can have a pull request for merging something from a feature branch to main branch, and then people will review. So there are a lot of things that can be done in this area of source code management. But in general, you have centralized distributed management, where it is kind of simple and straightforward, and also you have distributed, which is the current trend, and then many people are actually following it. Okay, so if somebody asks you the difference between SVN and JIT or TFS and JIT, so the difference is that one is distributed and one is centralized, or the traditional approach. Okay, so interestingly, there were many developers, administrators, everybody who said they are familiar with JIT and GitHub, but none of them actually answered the question, at least in the Zoom call. Okay, so you should not make that mistake again. And so now one quick question: how many of you have a GitHub account here? GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, there are different providers that host JIT, but being preparing for Azure related certifications, you should definitely have a GitHub account. Okay, so whenever you so whenever you go for marriages in India, so people will look for their horoscope and other things, right? So similarly, so these days resumes are not the only thing that your recruiter will look, or your manager will look into when recruiting somebody. Okay, so at least some very good companies. So one is definitely resume. Can you mention another thing which is more important than resume? Okay, experience and domain skills are definitely required. So I'm mostly talking about marketing yourself. Yeah, Rinesh mentioned correctly. Yeah, communication and all those qualities you definitely need. Okay, from a marketing point of view, you need a resume, you need a LinkedIn profile, and you also need a GitHub account. Okay, so because contributing to open source or having some code on your own are all very much important these days. Because last 1 week, so we started this mentoring program, because mentoring program is not only about technical skills, it is about as Hemachandran mentioned, it is about communication, and also it is about LinkedIn and GitHub and all these marketing that you really need to do. Okay, and GitHub is important, especially in the Microsoft world and even other ways. Okay, so today itself, go and create a GitHub account. It is free, but the URL you will not get whatever you want if you do not create it as early as possible. Okay, so do create a GitHub account, and so then you will ask what will I put inside that. Okay, so one suggestion, irrespective of whether you join a course or not, one suggestion is you can definitely put, you can, whenever you are experimenting with something on Azure, okay, try to generate a ARM template. Okay, you can actually, you have the option to generate a ARM template. So then make some modifications based on your need, and then store that ARM template in your GitHub. Okay, the more and more ARM templates for different use cases you have, it will be helpful for others, as well as it will be helpful for you to refer back whenever you have a need. Okay, ARM templates are just one way to get started with your GitHub account, but you can also contribute to different projects. We also are planning to do real world projects, right? So even in that case, you will need to have a GitHub account. It is to get familiarized with it. So as a developer or as an administrator or as a DevOps engineer, you will definitely need to use GitHub for doing your pipeline building, deployment, and all those things. So this is GitHub is something that is that you cannot avoid. Okay, and source code management, you need to have a decent understanding of all common things like branching, push, pull requests, and then when it comes to GitHub and all, there are many other terms like rebase and so merge itself. You will have different options like forward merge or so merge without history, merge with history. There are a lot of things that comes under source code management. Okay, so have a familiarity with the source code management. And today itself, okay, any specific reason why Git became leader in source repository? Actually, it helped projects. Actually, the Git is a technology. You can consider it as a technology, but there are different companies that support it. So some of the companies include GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. Okay, so the reason why it became so which one to go is mostly license based and cost and other things, and some of the features may differ here and there, but in general Git became popular because of the success that people were receiving by using it, because of the distributed nature, and also because of the processes that I mentioned, like GitHub Flow or Git Flow. There is a blog, I forgot. So this one company has implemented Git Flow and then gained a lot of success. So it's very famous blog, but I can't remember. I think they only gave this name also. So irrespective of, because here GitHub Flow is a big name and then Git Flow is a small name, but actually GitHub Flow is a symbol and Git Flow is a bit complex. Okay, in GitHub Flow you have only a few branching concepts, but in Git Flow you have a lot of concepts such as you have a master branch, you have release branch, you have hotfix branch or hotfix, you have feature branches, you have dev branch. So there are many things. So you can definitely dig deeper on these. We will also have more sessions on Git in coming days. Okay, but meanwhile, at least create a GitHub account and get a URL. And GitHub is open. So once you create it, you can even share it in the group. I will just create a post asking you to share your GitHub links, that you can share your GitHub links. It is not like sharing your email or anything, because GitHub itself is open and public. Okay, so there is no point in hiding it. But emails, you shouldn't be sharing it in the groups. Okay, as comments or whatever it is. Okay, so Rinesh, you got answer for for your question. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the more you work with it and GitHub and all, so because Azure DevOps also has repos, so irrespective of what you use, what company's product you use, ultimately the core concepts of Git is all same. In Azure DevOps also, you can either create a like a TFS based one, or you can create a Git based one. So these days Git is more popular because of the use cases and models. Okay, especially that became popular through the introduction of Agile, CI/CD, DevOps, etc., etc. Okay, clear? Okay, so everybody who has said that you do not have a GitHub account should create a GitHub account and then share it here. Okay, so in coming days or coming week, group connects, we will be exploring more and more about Git and GitHub, and we will become master of it. Okay, so you cannot. So it is not only for your AZ 400 or DevOps exam, but also for actually getting maximum out of your career. Okay, because so now even for DevOps engineers or even administrators, infrastructure as a code is an unavoidable thing, right? So you no longer go and create every infrastructure components through UI or through command line or through PowerShell. Okay, so many things you actually automate through ARM templates, which is specific to Azure, or using common tools such as Terraform, Ansible, etc. So automation is something that you cannot avoid these days. You have to always focus on those things. Okay, so we will learn, and so automation, for this automation, infrastructure as code is important, and this code you have to check in somewhere, and that is where you need even DevOps engineers will need Git. Okay, DevOps engineers will need source code management for checking in their infrastructure as code, and also for building pipelines. Okay, at least have you all understood what is source code management and what is a distributed source code management a tool, and what is a centralized source code management tool? At least one yes. Okay, so Git is like we will in further weeks we will explore the GitHub flow, the Git flow, advantages of different approaches, and also like different operations like so this merging, branching, rebasing. There are a lot of things even within Git, okay, that we should be learning and making most out of it. For example, if you create a branch and then you merge it back, you can decide whether to still keep track of all the individual commits that happened in the branch, whether you need that history, whether you do not need that history, whether the history of changes that happened on cloud and on premise should be on sync, or should the order matter. All those things you can configure. Okay, when next session is scheduled. So sorry for last few weeks. I was on paternity leave, and also I was designing this job loss insurance program and all. And I had to travel also between Bangalore and Kerala. So from now on, we will have it on every Saturday as usual. But I'll be mostly conducting it on evening 8 p.m. IST instead of 8 a.m. IST because of requests from people from US. Okay, because we have people from many countries and continents. Okay, in Azure groups, we have around 50k people across all groups, and main group itself has 45k plus. Okay, so Saturday morning India time will be Friday evening for them. It is still not a weekend for them. So we will keep it either on Saturday evening or Sunday morning to accommodate everybody's and provide an opportunity for everybody to attend on a weekend. Fine, right? Yeah, thanks Renish. Okay, so yeah, so that is it about so our plan for going forward. And also so Vignesh, I had recently shared a session in Azure trainers group, and he will be also taking sessions alongside me for AZ 400. Not sorry, AZ 104. So I'll be taking some modules. So he'll be taking some modules for AZ 104. So that will also happen in parallel. But long-term goal for me is to focus on AZ 400, AZ 500, and I need others to pitch in and then support me on other certifications, because my next book is on Azure Cloud DevSecOps, and so 400 and 500 are very much important for my research. So I generally take sessions, and for I said 104 is something that is needed for everybody. So 104, 400 and 500 will be my it will include my research areas also. So I'll be focusing on those trainings only. So there are a few other trainers who have confirmed that they will help on some parts of ACET 104 and all the data related certifications and even architect certification. So yeah, so ACET 900 is the entry level certification, right? Definitely, yeah, HEMA it is entry level, but it is always good to have it or at least learn it. Okay, taking a certification is up to you, but at least learn the contents. The reason is because ACET 104 is focused on certain administrative areas. Similar is the case with 400, 500 and all. But ACET 900 will give you a complete overview of what is there in Azure. Okay, and so whatever course or whatever YouTube channel we have, so we'll be adding newer topics, but we'll not be removing the old topics, especially because it will give you a decent idea about what is there in Azure Cloud. Okay, so always get started with ACET 900 course, but it is completely up to you to whether take the certification or not, because it is not a mandatory thing for anything. And it is if you so it is completely available for free in our YouTube channel. You can just type yt.cloudrisk.com and it will take you there. Okay, so now about job loss insurance program. The idea is that so you don't have to wait until you lose job. You can join the program. You can learn how to. So apart from technology, we will have. So the mentoring is basically about knowing you better and guiding you with a more personal touch. So initially it will be group coaching and group mentoring. And why we call as insurance program is because in an insurance program everybody will not be given the so you pay some premium and then everybody will not get the benefit, right? So similar so whoever needs it more will get it. So similarly in this program, if initially it will be a group coaching course, again it is a call where it is not through a webinar like this. It is a meeting where everybody can share their views, ask questions. It will be like sitting in a real classroom or sitting in a meeting room and then discussing with each other. Okay, and there I'll not be just a trainer. I'll also be the hat of a team leader. So I might ask you to do certain things. Then we will work on projects together. So the ultimate goal is to give you a complete real world like experience. So that is why we have designed it to be a 6-month program, and you can become part of it. And why it is called an insurance program is because if you ever lose job, or if you get fired, because these days most companies will give you some time to prepare even after firing you. Okay, at least my previous company used to do that. They will give 2 months or even up to 4 months. Okay, so in that case, if you are in such a situation, then you will get very a personal care with only people who has like either one-to-one or only people who are actually looking for a similar kind of job opportunity. So sometimes studying with a buddy is also good. Okay, so that is where you will get the extra care. And within 1 month, if you do not get a job, okay, so because you'll be paying a small fee, like a reasonable fee upfront, right? So that same fee we will give you can either work as a trainer, and if you work as a trainer, actually if you're a good trainer, you can earn much more just by contributing 1 hour per day. A good trainer can get around 45,000 to 75,000 per month. okay, just by contributing 1 hour per day. And if it is more hours, so then it is definitely going to be more than what you'll be earning in regular work. Okay, so that is one way of seeing it. Even other ways, so you may feel that, okay, I'm not good at training, or I don't want to get into training as of now, but I want to work. So then that is where our parent company, Trainso Training Solutions Private Limited, it aims, it is a startup, but again it has a goal. The goal is so it is focused on helping trainers like you. So it provides everything that a trainer needs. So as of now, we are in a model where we'll be buying all these licenses, subscriptions and all in bulk, so that you can use it, and also we'll train on these tools and all those things. But the second phase goal is to build all these tools in-house. That is where you can work and get paid. So we will so the pay will be based on whatever your skill sets are. It will be mutually agreed between you and us, but minimum we'll pay you per month the fee you pay for a year. Okay, so imagine that you have paid XX per year, so we will pay you back. So we believe that within 1 month of personal training you will get a job, and if you do not get a job until you get a job, we will pay you that. Okay, so you pay once and then we will pay back the same every month until you. So that is the idea of this Job Loves insurance program. So until the end of your tenure. Okay, because it is even in a normal insurance program also, you will have, if you are insured for a month or for a year, anytime you can come back. Okay, so apart from all these things, so this is, but normal insurance programs, what they do, they will help you only once you have a problem or once you have an issue, right? So once you have an issue, they will give you money and then they will help you out. But my goal is not that. Instead, I want you to get ready and then be prepared. So prevention is always better than cure, right? So why to wait for losing your job? So you can start preparing now itself and get better. Okay, and there are a few people within the group. Okay, so who actually, I was surprised. So they asked me about the contribution amount and all. I shared bank account details. Again, bank account, it is official bank account, not my personal bank account, and we pay GST and everything to government of India, because we run these things from India. Okay, so and then I asked which course you want to we want to join, and so she said so today she made this payment, and when I asked her, she's a security engineer working in Singapore, but she said it is not for any course, it is just to contribute towards this initiative. So since I don't have her permission, I'm not mentioning her name, but so there are people who actually like this idea and then they are helping out, okay, this initiative. Otherwise it will not be successful, because you don't have to pay money to support this initiative. You can also provide your time, okay, or effort, or guidance, or suggestions, anything. Okay, yeah, that is it about this program. So now if you have any doubt, you can ask and then I will answer them. Because after I shared the post in LinkedIn and Facebook, so yesterday and today I got lots of messages. So I am really apologizing for the fact that so many of them wanted to have phone number, wanted to have a discussion with me, but it is practically not possible. And if I do it with some of you, then it will not be justified for the others, right? So that is the reason I put a common policy that first you can come to the Zoom meeting, ask all your questions live, so that I will answer live, so that everybody can listen to it, and then at least some of the common questions will be answered. And also I had shared this coupon called Weekend, where you can see all the last week videos, okay, just for $2, and after that, if you do not like it, if you feel, because in the last week videos itself we have learned a lot of things. Okay, if you feel like you have not learned anything at all after reaching this after viewing these videos, you can just let me know, and then I will have to make a click, and that $2 will come back to you. Again, that $2 will not come to me also, it will be in the Teachable account only. It will be with Teachable, and so they will so they allow me to pay you back from their account directly within initial few days. So it will not even come to me, so it will be there only, but I want some effort from you. So to get started, it can be like a small application fee which is refundable, and if you decide to join the program, you can get even that as discount or more. Okay, and again, if you are a job seeker or a student without any job currently, you can decide your fee based on what you can actually afford. Okay, because if I or Buddy Tutorial or Train so insist that okay, you have to pay this fee to do this course, then it will be definitely against our values of helping people in need. Okay, so that is about this program. And if you see last 1 week course, it will be definitely good for you to understand more about this program, and then make a decent make a calculated decision. And also it will also help, because $2 may not be much for you, but if many people support with this $2, it can be a good initial kickstart for this project also. Because for now I have made a lot of investment from my side in the form of Teachable account, where, because until now I was just using a simple one where I could only be an author. So now each of you can be an author too, and you will also get your share of revenue directly into your account. It will not come through me, and I like that because I don't want any tax related issues. Okay, so if things go through me, okay, and that is one advantage. And even Zoom licenses, and there are a lot of things. Okay, so if whoever is becoming joining this program, and if you say that you also, along with this program, you also want to learn to train, then that is you can do it up for, like I will mentor you for free, and also I'll give you a premium Zoom licenses to practice it in our group. Okay, both free. Okay, so that is it. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand, and then I will allow you to talk. Otherwise, we'll wind up. Okay, so I am assuming so there are no questions. Just a suggestion, sir. Okay, sir. Don't take me wrong. It only shows credit card option. Yeah, so that is completely not in my hand. So that is why. So as of now, we are using a platform called Teachable. We are also evaluating other platforms such as Kajabi, Kartra, Podia. So there are many platforms, because as of now we don't have a tool, so we have to use some tool that is available. But don't worry, if you have only a debit card, if you want to do a bank transfer, so you can make a transfer to the corporate account, so that because and it will be audited, so nothing is personal here, so it will be audited, and GST will be also paid. Everything will be done in a proper way. So just send a message to support@buddytutorial.com that you don't have a credit card but want to join. So they will definitely help you out. So they means it is you. Okay, so students and job seekers who do not have a job, who has come to me, I have just given them this opportunity to work on this platform. Okay, so any fee revenue is actually going to them only. Okay, so as of now, I am paying everything from my pocket, but I believe that it is not sustainable. I cannot do that for a longer period of time. So I need to create a model where this will run on its own. Okay, so I think yeah, Seem and Raj. Okay, you can talk.
Hi. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to talk here. I understand the whole purpose of these sessions and training program. My expectation or intention is totally different. I am not sure, or maybe I'm confused a bit whether this is going to be helpful for me or not. So I'm looking to move my position to an Azure administrator kind of role, and at the moment I have completed AZ900 certification as well, and I'm not a job seeker. I'm working for a company called TCS, and so um, my question to you is this going to be actually helpful for me to train myself to take the actual sessions, I mean hands-on sessions in the Azure portal, making some resource groups and other things before I get ready for the actual exam? I'm completely fine with the fee that you have suggested because I'm still working, so it's not going to be a problem for me.
Yeah, actually, 90% of people who have joined or have strong interest in joining are working people. Okay, so first thing, and second, good to see somebody from TCS. So TCS was my first company. Okay, so again, so the idea of this program is to have a more real world or a more practical experience. So if it is just video courses, then there is no point in because you can see the videos in YouTube also. Okay, so why we have closed group meetings is because people have to practice, they have to discuss doubts, so they have to do certain things in pair. So we call buddy tutorial because certain assignments will be done in pairs. So you'll be doing it on the side with your buddy, always mentored by your trainer. So in the admin DevOps and fundamentals track, it is me. So and for security track also, it is still me. So that is how we will be learning together. So we'll be going one module at a time. So if you so everything is there in if you go to ip.bt.help, you can see that. But for example, if you are taking this uh, this this DevOps track, for example, so initial 1 month it is going to be fundamentals. So as if you just see the like video recordings for last week, so we will definitely learn about AZ 900 uh, during this course. But apart from that, we'll be learning about many things like so source code management or REST principles for actually building applications. And so for second month and third month is administrator. So where you will be actually practicing things, you'll have lab notes. So we also are preparing in parallel a mega lab project where you'll have around 150 to 200 labs that you'll be actually doing and practicing, and then we'll be documenting those things also. So it is a very hands-on project. And post this 6 months program, again we have additional time where we'll be actually building a real project. Okay, so you'll not, so you can either do a pet project, because we'll be building a lot of tools, because we'll be following a startup model where we'll be building tools from scratch. Or you can like if you prefer working on a more stable tool, you have that option also. So that is the idea of this program. And anyway, like, so initially you will get an idea about, so if you see that last 1 week, you will get an idea about this program. And so based on the mode of payment you make, you have option to get a refund also at a later point of time. Because if you see that administrator uh, is I don't like it, so I don't want to go for the next module, you can get a refund for that module. So it is not like a company, because I even I have registered for some programs in India, in Bangalore itself, for like 1 lakh 2 lakh. Still people are running those things, so you don't have any option to get back of that program once you join. So this, the idea is you have the option to get back, but I hope nobody will have to get back. because this is going to be a good learning experience, because you'll be working alongside people who are actually working with their knowledge sharing and so guidance and coaching from the trainer side also. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, pretty much. Thank you very much.
Anybody else have any questions, doubt? Okay, so in that case, we will wind up. So if you want, you can just join so I'll just show you. Okay, so okay, if you want, you can go to buddytutorial.com, click on all courses and scroll down and find this thing called coaching and mentoring cloud Azure fundamentals 0 to hero. And there is this 2-day access thing, and click on enroll. And then you can add coupon. I'm just confirming it is still, yeah. And then you can get to see all, like all details about how this program, how last 7 classes went. And so we'll be actually switching gears from to like Tuesday with the next set of sessions and activities. Okay, so the idea, so the class timings. So somebody asked. So as of now, it is planned for Tuesday to Monday is holiday. Like I take rest. So Tuesday to Friday, 1 hour each, and then Saturday you have break, and Sunday morning. Okay, so Tuesday to Friday, if somebody cannot attend it, they can see the recordings. But again, so you cannot learn from only recording. So that is why we have also a Saturday track, which is optional for people who have already attended. Others can come, clear their doubts, and I will retake important topics also during the Sunday morning one. Okay, because we have few people who are staying past midnight just to attend from different time zones. So so they may feel like they want to sleep for a few days. So that is why we also have Sundays on a completely different time zone where people can attend. Okay, so that is about the timings. I hope that is also clear. Okay, so I'm assuming there are no more questions, doubts, or anything. So see you all next Saturday, 8 p.m. So we'll try to continue this and become more active. So next Saturday, we'll also start with AZ 104. Vignesh will be helping on that. Okay, so see you all next week. And if anybody of you have already joined or planning to join this program, then we will see you on Tuesday. So any doubt, you can message me. Calling, as I mentioned, it will be a bit difficult to handle a lot of calls. But if you, after attending this 7-day this video sessions, if you still have a doubt, I will call you personally. Okay, because there should be some effort from your side, because otherwise repeating the same things again and again is not practical. But if you have put a small effort to see all these videos, and if you still have a doubt, we will connect personally and we will talk about it. Okay, yeah, thank you. Bye bye for now. See you soon.